I don't even know how I sang this. So, this is gonna be my video game review uh, for the assignment due on December 14th, and I'm going to be reviewing Rocket League. To start off, this game wasn't really too popular, but went free like I think in December, or no, September, not December. And now a lot of people play it, so it's a lot more popular. But the game is pretty much soccer with cars in a giant fishbowl. Um, it's it's an okay game if you're just a casual person, but if you're competitive, the skill ceiling goes up pretty high. Um, like there's people who play this game for months or years and they're still not, you know, as good as someone who could just play for like a month. Like it really varies on person to person on how good you can get at this game. It's really just the effort you have to put in. Kind of like school or sports. It's like the same thing. But the games, um, the gameplay is pretty much it's the equivalent to like a sports game. Like if you were to play 2K, it goes about the same. I think it's a little bit more fun. Personally, I just don't like sports games that much. They're okay, but I think games like these are a lot better. Um, you can play by yourself against other people. You can play on a team of two versus another team of two. You can play 3v3, 4v4. There's different modes you can do. You don't have to play with a soccer ball. You can play with a basketball, a hockey puck, a volleyball. Um, it's there's a lot more to the game than a lot of people think. It wasn't my favorite game when I first started playing it, but like I said, it's all about the skill. Once you get better, it gets a lot more enjoyable instead of being run over by people who play this every day. But the mechanics are pretty easy to understand. It's literally just a car, you know, with the exception of the whole boost mechanic, which you can see right here. Um, you have a certain amount. I'm in training, so it says 100, but it would go down, and you would have to go and collect one of these, or you'd have to go and collect one of these right here, one of the pads on the ground. These give you 12, and those ones give you 100. And boost is pretty important because you're pretty slow without it. Like you can kind of see the speeds I go with it, and then I'll stop here, and this is just driving on regular. So you can see the big difference, right? And I mean, overall the game, it's a pretty solid game. It's pretty popular, so I mean if it was a bad game, I don't think it'd be this popular. But yeah, I think that's pretty much to sum it up. Oh, I will go ahead and show all the game modes and stuff to show you what I was talking about with the different modes you can play. I might as well show you the inventory system. So you have stuff, you have different cars, different car bodies. Each car body has different hitboxes. You have decals, which is for like customization. And then you have, you know, obviously the ability to change the color. You have all these wheels you can use. You have to, the wheels aren't given. Nothing's given in this game. You have to either earn it or trade for it. I mean, you can put stuff on the top of your car, like it's, like there's stuff from Rick and Morty. Like it's a pretty, you know, big budget game for how simple it is. Goal explosions, um, trails. You can even change the sound of your engine. And you have these are blueprints. This is another way you can get stuff. You open these up, and it gives you, you know, whatever the item says it'll give you once you open it up. It's an okay way. You have to earn credits either through tournaments or you buy them, or you can trade for them. There's challenges for you to do, weekly and seasonal. The seasonal ones, you know, they unlock as you go. Obviously, you can't do all the seasonal rewards in the first day of the season. You can change your settings. You know, obviously you have, you know, all the basics. There's quick chat. As you can see here, you can say that in-game, you know, specifically to your teammates or to the opponents or both. Audio, you know, you can change the binds of your controller of what does what, which is pretty useful. The camera settings, also a big part. You could mess these up pretty bad, and the game would be quite literally unplayable. It just wouldn't be fun. There's cross-platform play. You can play with people on PC or Xbox. That goes for the people on Switch too. You can turn it on and off depending on whether or not you actually want to do that. There's an item shop. You can see here. It's the same thing with the credits. There's a free item you can get every day. Starter packs, like there's setup. There's obviously casual gameplay and competitive, which is ranked. You can see mine here. There's extra modes. This is what I was talking about. Rumble, which is the game regularly, but with power-ups, such as like you can freeze the ball, or you can hit the ball extra hard. Drop shot is a game mode where you have to bounce the ball off the floor to try like break the floor, and then eventually, if you do enough damage to the floor, a hole appears, and you have to try to put the ball in the hole, and that's how you score. Hoops it's just basketball. There's hoops instead of goals. Snow day, it's hockey. Training, there's different training packs to help you get better. Like, I'll start one up and show. And there's different maps, different parks for you to play in. Not me missing, but yeah. But yeah, just kind of like messing around trying to show you stuff. It's a pretty well-rounded game. It's I would give it an 8 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10, just for the sole purpose of the skill ceiling. It's you know, coherent with games like Rust or Fortnite, where there's a big gap on how good people can get. It's not too hard to get used to. It just takes a little bit of consistency, but yeah, that's my review on Rocket League.